de viejos, travieso viejo, soy maestro in all things, in todo. What was I gonna rant about? Oh yeah. Okay, I know that well-intentioned. I know. This person had good intents, and I've even been in this situation. Perhaps you have been in this situation where you have wanted to help someone out by allowing them to make a left-hand turn, cross traffic. However, when there's 2 lanes of traffic, that's not idea, because the other people in the outside lane, in the right lane, you're on the left lane, they're in the right lane. If you give way to that person, the other people might not. That's what you're doing, and they're not ready for it. They're not thinking about it, and they're not paying attention or whatever. Okay, this guy, I'm making a left-hand turn. This guy was, after the turn was made, probably about, I don't know, 150 feet, 200 feet. Is that it? That's like half a football field, right? Probably less than that. Okay, so I was thinking, what's 50 yards? 150 feet. So go 75 yards, okay? So, or 75 meters. I always want to go back to the metrics. So this guy has blocked off an entire lane of traffic that's moving because he wants to let this guy make a left-hand turn. Well, this guy might not even have the balls to do it. A lot of people are pretty timid with traffic. They don't want T-boned. So you have all of these variables that you can't control while you're trying to be a nice person, but you're not being a wise person, okay? You're not, because I'm thinking that there's, traffic moving in my lane, so I'm making the left hand. All of a sudden, I've got to like, why is he stopped? And then I have to then move over into the other lane because you're waiting for somebody who might not even take the turn. You see, I mean, it's just like people need to be reasonable, logical, and intuitive. It's just, it doesn't make intuitive sense to put that kind of pressure on traffic. So I made the merge, I switched lanes, crossed over, and continued to just wait there as this guy didn't turn. You see, it did not make any utilitarian sense. Even though I know he was trying to be a nice guy. So good for you. Keep it up. Hold doors open for people. Let people go in front of you in line or whatever it is. Give way to someone when it's expediently wise. That's all I'm saying. But I've seen it a couple of times, and it just ultimately does not make good sense to do that, especially in a 2-lane. You know what I mean? If it was 1 lane and you were the one entire lane, completely different, because then, as I, that person only has, he can see everything. He knows, oh, I can safely turn now. You just can't do that when there's multiple lanes. You just can't. Well, I am off to the gym. I am on my way to yoga practice, stairwell climbing, and then saunaing. I am gonna be just in such a good place, end of all of it. My back is so tense. I just feel it. And I think that one of my riders causes an allergic reaction where I yawn. No lie. Since she left, I just off at a hair cuttery. I picked her up from work. She got in the car. I started yawning. She's been out of the car. I haven't yawned once. That is really interesting. An allergic a yawn as a reaction to some sort of, I don't know. I don't even know. That's just weird. Now, the other thing is I only take her to work and pick her up Monday through Thursday. So now I'm going to have a 3-day weekend away from her. So if I don't yawn the next 3 days, and then when I pick her up and take her home on Monday, if I start yawning, that's something weird. Something weird. But it would be interesting, nonetheless. All right, this has been another exciting adventure of Pensamientos de Viejo. Soy un travieso viejo. I'm your maestro, baby. So why don't you kiss me? No camera, bitches.